So okay, for the record, this is the situation with the property. I have just painted literally all the walls, as you can see. But as you can see, there is little patches where I've left for things like that were on the wall. Like for instance, telephone numbers and mould, blood on the walls, heroin needles falling out of radiators, specifically this one in the lounge. Yeah, sorry about the mess, it really is, yeah. But as you can see, I've started this, but I don't want to carry on purely because of what's on the walls. But you'll see, yeah, do not touch, big hole. But as you can see, blood is on the walls. This is what Wigan Borough Council like to treat the disabled residents. As you can see, I'm not a dirty person at all. But as you walk in, you can see this is my front door. As you can see, you walk in here and this is what you see. Blood on the walls. Where is it? Blood on the walls. I almost touched it. There is some down the back of here, that's why that's there. Purely so that no one can touch it. We do try to cover things. I have tried painting and I haven't took all the wallpaper off, as you can see. So I don't know what's under that bit. But looking at that, you would guess that there's something really there. Hi mate. As you can tell, this is the cat's hallway. This is the cat's room. He is quite messy. I tied it up yesterday, but you know, cats. But as you can see, I have big holes in walls for some reason. See if I can get this sellotape off. As I said, there is a big hole there. Huge hole. For some reason, I have no idea why, but there's quite a lot here. Quite a lot of holes. Let me put that there. See, so as you can see, this is the electric box where the meter goes and what have you. I'm doing this for court, purely for court, so then when I go to court I can just show them the video instead of actually getting any. Well, my GP won't do anything. He's told me that it's not his job, he's got better things to do. By the looks of me, I'm not mentally ill. Yeah. By the looks of things, my GP has told me, by the looks of things, that I'm not mentally ill. There's nothing wrong with me, he said. Yeah, see, as you can see, more blood. Yeah. Holes in walls, I have no idea why. I've had to put this up, purely because, as you can see, another big hole. There's just holes everywhere. I mean, if you can't exactly. I don't know how to turn the light on this. But as you can see there, I've took the wallpaper off. And this is what I've found. A big, big hole. It just fell off. And then if you come to the side of that, and you do this, you can actually take this out. Which I don't really want to do, because it smells of wee. I was down the other side of the room yesterday painting, as you can quite clearly see, and down here, as you can see, it is painted. It's just this washing. As you can see, there's silicone all the way around the flat. It's actually just the living room. But right there was a huge, huge patch of blood in a circle. I had to clean that myself, which, in all fairness, as a resident taking wallpaper off, I should not have to see that. I shouldn't have to have any blood in the property at all from a previous tenant, because these are not from me. These are from me taking the wallpaper off and then finding them. But as you can see, there's damp everywhere. Literally, it is. You can't see it that good on the camera, but it is quite potent, just to look at. And then if we, sorry, if we go in the kitchen, oh, yeah, if we go in the kitchen, you can see the mould on the ceiling. You can actually see it growing, and that really is, it's there as well, and it goes there and there. And this is my airing cupboard, as you can see, but there's a lot of, now this is nowhere near that, nowhere near them. I'd expect them under the, I mean, I don't know what it is. It's obviously water, but if you go further down, I mean, look, you can see holes and everything everywhere. It really is bad. I mean, really bad. You can see mould literally growing everywhere. Let me take this out of the way. So as you can see, mould underneath the wallpaper. Literally underneath. As you can see, I've just took it off. I've not done anything else. This side's the exact same. As you can see, I've not actually took any wallpaper off. I've not actually took the underpaper of the wallpaper off, but this really is from underneath the wallpaper, as you can see. That's got mould on it. And then, last but not, well, not last but least, it's far from last. I have quite a lot of mould here. Quite a lot. Now I've painted here, so you can't actually see the mould anymore because I've cleaned it and painted it, which is what the council should have done before I moved in. I shouldn't have to do anything with the mould. Behind my washing machine, I've had an inspector from Wigan Council refuse to do any work and has told me to contact a solicitor about it because it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't have been let out at all. But as you can see, oh, you can't see it. This is my bed. This is where I sleep, right here. As you can see, my printer paper, hi-fi, clothes. I can't actually get down there. There's mould at the bottom down here from that wall, but behind this wall is a door, and then as you can see, it's like a little cupboard sort of thing. And flat on, let it adjust. This table, as you can see, there's nothing there. There's nothing to cause damp or mould or anything like that. But as you can see, it really is. It really is everywhere. I mean, that's the only patch on the ceiling in this. No, it's not. There's one there as well. As you can see, it goes down the wall. It's not just, do you know what I mean? I'm doing this, like I've said once already, for the court. I'm doing it to prove that the reason I kicked off to begin with was because of disrepairs, and it's not because I'm just a sociopath like everyone keeps saying. Oh, look. More blood. Right underneath the fucking thing. Really? Just look at it, it's just all the way down. It's just all the way down. If I take that piece of wallpaper off, you'll find more. Like this, and this, and this. This is, you can see it's blood. Look. There's blood everywhere. How the hell can the council rent a property like this and then say it's my fault? Because that's what the council are saying. Jim Nixon, the inspector, the chief inspector of Wigan Council, has said this is my fault. How's that my fault? How's that my fault? How's that my fault? Huh? How is this my fault? They've not even fucking fixed it. How's that my fault? How? I don't understand. I mean, you'll see the pictures, but... Really? There's things living inside. There's creatures living inside. Underneath my vinyl. In the bathroom. You go in the kitchen and you lift the vinyl up and it's stagnant. It smells stagnant. Even the majority of Hughes Brothers lads, the contractors at Hughes Brothers, have turned around and said, that's been there a long, long time. One of the inspectors from Hughes Brothers has turned around and said, from here to here, including all the way around there, where it's not been plastered, as you can see from here down, it hasn't been plastered at all. It's had a thin layer of plaster, purely because they can't be bothered. I mean, they haven't even fixed the rust on the radiators. I mean, look. As you can see, no plaster at all. No plaster at all. I mean, it's ridiculous. I spent 5 months without one of them. Now, I don't have a window in my bathroom, so 5 months is going to cause that thing. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. It's causing condensation in my light. Now that doesn't happen if you have an extractor fan or a window. And I haven't had one for 5 months because they've been doing that. And then they left that for 2 months without that in it, and I've been living without that completely for 5 months at all. It's took them 5 months to fix this, which if you have a look in here, you'll see the videos and whatever, but I can't get the light on. I don't know how to get a light on. Oh well. And as you can see, there's a stop tap right here, which goes onto this one, which is now my stop tap. If I turn that off, all of this turns off. In fact, what is it, babe, that doesn't turn off? Oh, it's the toilet that doesn't turn off. That and that does, and the kitchen does, but the toilet won't. If I turn my stop tap off, the other stop tap inside is for the other 2 flats above me, and it doesn't work. So they don't actually have a stop tap. So if it breaks, then they have no way of stopping the water. And there's quite a lot of pressure in there, trust me. Me and Ryan figured that out. One of the lads, the plumbers from Hughes Brothers, figured that out, because we fitted that. Yes, I like to help. I'm actually a very kind person. If you ask anyone will tell you. Anyone that knows me anyway. But yes, this is the current state of my property. I do have heroin needles and blood in my property. I'm not a heroin user.
Never will be.
Pardon?
Never will be.
No, I never will be. I never have and I never will be. I don't drink. I smoke cannabis, that's all. I've recently quit smoking as well. So I don't really smoke. I only smoke cannabis. This isn't a way of anyone turning around and saying I am aggressive or I am this way because of my ADHD. Not ADHD, but because I'm just aggressive. My ADHD, my ASPD, severe depression, severe anxiety does affect my mood swings. It does affect the way I am with people, especially people that I don't know who are in my bedroom. I don't like people in my bedroom, which is what I explained to these people at first. But yes, this is the current state of my property. It is, by all means, a fucking shithole. And I have to live here. No. My clothes, my shoes, everything gets mould on them. I have breathing problems. My GP doesn't care. He didn't even check my chest, my lungs or anything. The last time I saw him, he didn't do any formal checkup or anything like that. He basically told me there's nothing wrong with me. From looking at me, he's read the Section 12 report from Dr. Rocco, and in his opinion, there's nothing wrong with me. Now, just because he's a GP, I don't think he's allowed to say that. I think he can lose his job for saying things like that. Now, I want that, please. I'm not a liar. Never have been. I have, but I have no need to be. Not anymore. Unfortunately, the disrepairs in this flat are just exponential, and the council, Wigan Council, know full well that the case I have is too strong for them to win. My case is way too strong. My disrepairs case, I cannot lose at all. We all know this because of the state of the property. And for the discrimination against a disability, yeah, Davey and Lisa better watch, because they're going to get done for it and they're going to lose their jobs, unfortunately. They shouldn't say things like that. Stop spending your money on this, that and the other. Not my money.